Hey, what's up? I'm Coach Ryan Family out here in the VIPAR pit. Today I want to give you 2 ways to use weight releasers, also known as eccentric hooks, to help develop your maximal strength and your power. The first unique way is called Eccentric Isometrics, and the second is Reactive Eccentrics. So the first one, Eccentric Isos, is great for if you're trying to develop isometric strength at a certain position in a movement. So in this example, I've got 335 pounds of bar weight. When you add the hooks and everything together, it's 465 pounds. So I'm going to lower to the point that I want to work with 465. I'm going to hold it. The duration of the pause can be anywhere 1 to 10 seconds if you want. Pause with that additional weight. So I'll be pausing at 465 at the spot that I want to work at. And then once the pause is over, I'll continue to drop down. The hooks will pop up and I'll stand up with just 335 pounds. This is awesome, awesome, awesome for increasing your strength deficit or the difference between your eccentric strength and your concentric strength. So this is a method that I would use if someone has plateaued on their lifts. A lot of times what you'll find is they're not strong enough eccentrically to continue to make progress. So if they're stuck at 405 on the squat, you'll find that they can't lower much more than 405 under control. In that case, I like to use eccentric isos to increase the amount of weight that they can both lower and hold in a given position. And then once you see that difference, once they can lower, say 500 pounds under control, then they'll be able to start bringing that concentric or standing up strength. So they'll be able to start building their squat again, okay? So that's eccentric isometrics. The next method I want to show you is reactive eccentrics. I'm not actually training this today, but I still want to set it up and demonstrate so you can see it. Reactive eccentrics are better closer to a season or closer to the time where you need to actually be powerful. And what they do is, first of all, you're going to set the eccentric hooks longer, so it's a shorter range of motion. You're just going down into like a quarter squat position. And the weight on the bar is going to be none, ideally. You can add a little bit of weight depending on what you're trying to do. So a 500-pound squatter, the most you would have on actual bar weight would be 135. Now the hooks you really load up on. Okay, what you do, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is to lower under control, nice and slow in a squat, and then when the hooks pop off, you jump up as high as you possibly can. Okay? You could really load up the weight on that. Again, we're only using like a quarter squat, so we're talking about an eccentric quarter squat. So a 500-pound squatter could potentially have 600, 700 pounds of weight on the hooks, okay, and then nothing on the bar. What that does, it potentiates the nervous system. You're lowering the weight and your brain's going, oh my gosh, we gotta be prepared for this, and then when the hooks pop off, you can develop a lot of power. The next way that you would use even closer to the season is the same thing, except you actually, instead of lowering super slow, you lower fast but under control, okay? That's gonna help you develop reactive strength better, or the ability to switch from eccentric to concentric. Okay, and this is another ability, and another ability that you can use to help boost your power prior to the season. So this is what that one looks like. All right, now I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not just going to show you how to do them. I'm also going to give you a little program that shows you how this can be incorporated into a larger program. This program would be for an athlete who has a season coming up where they want to be explosive for, or a fighter that needs to be powerful for the fight. This would be how you would handle the squat portion of the training. Yes, you could still incorporate some auxiliary lifts in here, but odds are good if they're a team sport athlete, they're going to have a lot of other training to do. So this is the meat and potatoes of what the training program would look like. 4 phases to this, all right? Phase 1 would be the eccentric isometric squats for 10 sets of 1. Lower down under control at a point that you want to work and build isometric strength. You hold for anywhere from a 1 to 10 count, probably around 3 seconds would be best. Hold and then drop down, the hooks will pop off, and then you explode up fast. 10 sets of 1. Now the goal here is to increase the amount of weight that you are lowering and holding under control. Yes, it's icing on the cake if you can add weight to the bar that you're standing up with as well, but remember, the main focus here is on the lowering and the holding portion. So even if, let's say your static bar weight is 315 pounds and you never increase over that, but you can build the amount that you're lowering and holding, that's progression, and that's how this phase should go. Phase 2, you want to switch to regular back squats. Now you're not going to be immediately stronger in these. It takes time to recover from the eccentric isometric squats. With the regular back squats, you have a couple options for programming. 6 sets of 2 to 4 reps, 7 sets of 1 to 3 reps, 10 sets of 1 rep. Which you choose is going to be based on your ability level. This is going to be for a less advanced person. The 10 sets of 1 is going to be for the more advanced person. Another option you have is to wave between the two. So workout 1, do 6 sets of 2 to 4, workout 2, 7 sets of 1 to 3, workout 3, 10 sets of 1, and then come back to this and do heavier weight than you did the time before. All valid options here, okay? From there, phase 3, we're gonna do the reactive eccentrics, okay? So phase 3 and phase 4, one important thing I wanna mention, it's not written on the board here. For phase 3 and phase 4, your full range squats should be only done on maintenance mode, okay? Because we're training the partial range, we're training to be fast, we're training the jumping. Squatting for maintenance, 3 sets of 2 at 70%, should be easy, 70% of your 1 rep max. So you would do this exercise that I've got listed here and then do a maintenance squat workout. Again, something like 3 sets of 2, 60 to 70% of max is enough to maintain your squat. Okay, but going back, phase 3, reactive eccentrics. You're gonna do 6 sets of 1, lowering with the hooks. When the hooks pop off, you're gonna do 5 reactive bouncy jumps, okay? Now, which method do you choose? The slow lowering or the fast lowering? It's really up to you. I would recommend if you're new to this method, you do the slow lowering for at least a couple workouts or even a couple phases of this type of program. If you're a more advanced athlete, if you've got experience with explosive ballistic lifts, then you can go with the fast. If you want to try them both, I would say do 2 to 3 workouts slow, then switch to the fast, okay? But again, you're lowering with the hooks for 1 rep, and the hooks, it should be an overload. It should be heavier than you can squat on the hooks. And it's only a quarter squat motion that you're doing there. You're not going all the way down into the hole. Just enough for the hooks to pop off and you to explode out of the hole. On the jumps, the unweighted jumps or the light jumps, be quick off the ground, be snappy. As soon as you hit the ground, boom, quick and reverse back up in the air. This final phase, phase 4, we're not doing any weights, no eccentric hooks at all. You're just gonna do straight plyometrics. So something like hurdle jumps, 5 sets of 5, boing, 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 working on being springy. You could do depth jumps here, that's dropping off of a box and rebounding up off the floor. We wanna do something where there's a quick switch from landing to taking back off again. And then after this phase, you're right into the season and you should be as powerful as you've ever been, okay? I am Coach Ryan Family from the VIPAR Pit. I really hope you enjoyed these 2 ways to use eccentric hooks to help improve your strength as well as your explosive power. I really love training athletes and training for sports performance. I really get a kick out of that, and this is one awesome way to improve your vertical leap, improve your sprint speed, and your overall power output, as well as your numbers in the back squat, all right? If you like this video, let me know in the comments section. Please hit subscribe below. I'm Coach Ryan Family from the VIPAR Pit, and I will see you next time. Peace.